We will now see how we can change the look of our list. For that, first we have to select either whole list or some part of it. I will select this first column and I will change something about it. I will use properties inside of these three sections, inside of box, color and background, and font and text. I will first start with borders. I will click here on these three dots and we have our dialog. In this first menu we can select type of our line, for example dashed line. We can select thickness of our line. We can change measurement unit. For example, I will make a line that is 1 millimeter thick, and here we can decide on color. I will choose red color. Here below we have to decide what borders should be changed. I will change left border and right border. And now I can click on OK, and we will see how our borders are changed. Then again we will go to the same dialog, and we will change some things. For example, if we go here below, we have this option custom. If I click here, I will get a new dialog from which I can choose colors in a different ways. I can choose them from here. I can go here. Here I have a much bigger choice, so I can select this color, or here I can click inside of this square to select my color, or I can type RGB values. So those are all possibilities, and if I want to, I can select some color that is really good for me, and I can click here above in this favorites menu, and I can add that color above. So I will add this color. From here I will add, for example, this color into this square, and from here, from this third tab, I can select this color and I can place it above. So I can now click on any of these colors. I, for example, can click on this red color, so red color will appear here, or I can go back and I can select some of these favorite colors. I will select this one, and when I click on OK, that color will appear here. If I want to apply that color to all of the borders, I can click on this button, so all four borders will be applied with this formatting. And if I click here, I will delete all of the borders, so there are no borders now. So when I click on OK, there will be nothing inside of this column. And I want to show you one more thing. Currently in this column we don't have any borders defined, so there is nothing, but still we can notice here that we have some borders. So these are default borders. So the question is, can we remove these default borders? Well, for that, again, we go here to border. We then go here to custom, so three dots, and only in this first tab, basic colors, we have this option transparent. So I will click here, I will click on OK, then I will click here to apply my borders. When I click that, almost nothing will be changed here, so we will not see anything because this is transparent color. So I will just click here. You see almost nothing is presented inside of this preview, but when I click on OK, you can see that these default borders disappear. Let's see now how we can use padding. I will click on this second column. We'll go here to padding. We'll go here to three dots. And first I will type here 50 pixels. When I click on apply, we will notice that on the left side we got this empty space. I can also go here above and type 50 pixels. When I click on apply, then from above we will also have this space. And we can turn on this option, make all the settings the same. In that case, it is enough for me to just type here something, for example 52, and all of the values will be actually 52. And then I can click on apply, and this is how our padding is working. Let's see this third option, box type. Here we only have one choice, and that is none. Now let's say that I select these two cells. If I click on none, in that case these two cells will disappear, and these two other cells, they will be moved to the left. Now let's do that. I will click now on box type. I will change it to none, and we can see how year and quarter disappeared, and month and date, they were moved to the left. We can do that also with this whole column. I will change here box type to none, so our years will disappear, but quarters, months and dates will be moved to the left. And this could be really useful when we are working with cross tabs. It is not really useful for lists. I will now do undo to move everything as it was. Let's go now to see how we can change background image. We go here, we click on three dots, and here in default we don't have anything, in none we don't have anything, so we have to go here to specified. We can click on browse, but here we won't have any images except if our administrator prepared them for us. But instead of that, we can go to some website like this one. We can copy a link to this image. We can go back and we can paste that link, and we will see our images here. I will select this option, do not tile, so we can see only one instance of our image. Then we can change its position. We can change it on different positions like this. And if we set it like here, we can then tile it vertically like this, and then we can move it like this, or we can tile it horizontally like this, and then again we can change its position, or we can use this option tile in both directions, so we will have our image covering the whole area. So when you click on OK, we will see how this looks like. But I will remove this because I need to show you some other things, so I will change this back to default. I will click on OK, and we are back. Our next property is background effects, but we will skip this property for now. We will go to background color. Here we can change the background color of our cells. So here we have already familiar dialog, and we can change our color to, for example, yellow. So when I click on OK, there will be yellow color in the background. You can also change the color of our letters. For example, we can change them to red color. So when we click on OK, we can see that now we are using red color. Next property is font. If we click here, we'll get this dialog. We can change the type of our font. For example, I will change this. We can increase the size of our font. We can make it bold. We can make it italic. We can also make it underline, overline, and line through. I will just turn off these options. I will leave this underline option, and we can also change the color. So we can change the color of font from here or from here. It is the same dialog, so everything is the same. So when I click now on OK, we will see how we change our cells. Let's now select this third column, and we will see next two properties. We have horizontal alignment. So now our text is aligned to the left inside of its cell, but we can move it to the right if we want to. It's now on the right side, or we can place it in the middle of cell, or we can justify it. And then we have vertical alignment. Here our text is at the top of our cell, but we can move it to the bottom, or we can move it to the center, so it is possible to change position of our text inside of cell.